Sports Jazz, everyone. Thank you so much. That was the match. What a match. What a match. A perfect Sunday afternoon at Old Trafford, where we witnessed Ruben Amorim's second win at Old Trafford. Of course, his first win in the EPL, but with a massive statement. 4 goals win, a brace from Zirkzee, a brace from Rashford. The same goes to Amad Diallo. Then we see Bruno Fernandes also when it comes to the assists. It was fantastic, spectacular. And I mean, this is what I call the Ruben Amorim effect, Josh. It could be too early. I might be too early to say things are already falling in place, but it's been a while since we last won a match at Old Trafford, a clean sheet with a 4-goal difference, Josh. So am I very happy? I'm super, super happy. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in Sports Jazz. Josh, let's ride into the game right away. In a few minutes, Josh, tell me what you think about the game, Josh. Tell me what you think about the game. It's Amorim's first EPL win, 2 wins in a row at Old Trafford. Real quick, Josh, in 2 minutes. Let's go. Hope you're excited as I am, because you can see it's written all over my face.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was beautiful that the match ended 4-0. We won a football game by a 4-goal margin for the first time in as many games. But for me, overall, the game was not that spectacular. It wasn't. I preferred the game that we played in Europe against Bodo Glimt, because in that game of Bodo Glimt, we had a bit of more control. We had a bit of more possession. We dictated the tempo of the game, even when they caught us off guard in the transitions. We still held our own. Against against Everton.
Yo.
I think, Merseyside teams. But I think.
Yeah.
I think against Everton, we did struggle a bit after, say, 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Everton was totally in control of that game. If they could finish any better, then United would have been suffering. But thank God they couldn't find their scoring boots. They couldn't find the final pass. And I think our midfield was a bit weakened with Casemiro and Kobe Mainu.
No legs. No legs.
Yeah. Like I told you before, Kobe Mainu is not a player who has lungs, or whose lungs is one of his better attributes. However, he was just coming back from injury, and he looked a bit rusty in the game. And Casemiro, they did get into the game, but you could easily see a very organized side tearing us apart through the middle of the park, because Gana Gay and Dokore, they managed to get hold of the ball every chance they got.
Who's that other player? Beto,
the striker.
Yeah. He was killing us, Josh. He was killing us.
Beto was a handful, but somehow McNeil couldn't find him, and the couple of players who are up front who got into 3v2 situations couldn't find the right final ball. So United survived like that. We rode our luck, and in a spell of the game where things looked very difficult for us, we managed to get a goal through a set piece. Marcus Rashford scored a very beautiful goal from a training ground move straight from the corner. Bruno Fernandes then he side-footed that ball with precision, and Jared Branthwaite helped it home, and we were 0 up. From then on, we got into the game. We were comfortable, and we started to play football. I saw we were very good in possession of the ball. We were not good off the ball. I think that we need to be. I mean, we have to have every player running on the pitch and playing as good as Amad Diallo is playing. That is the players in the final third. Yeah. Then the second goal, still great work from Ahmad Diallo. He's a very relentless fella. I mean, he can smell something. He can smell danger, and he helps the team get in a good
His
position.
pressing, his pressing is exceptional. You know, both goals. I know one can call them rather lucky goals because I've seen some saying, I watched someone say the whole entire four goals was because of Everton's recklessness. And goals come from mistakes the opponent does. You get it.
Exactly,
If
exactly.
you're not ready, if you make every mistake is costly. And today the highlight of the evening was Gerard Brathwaite. Oh my god.
I know he
Oh my
was
god.
guilty too
He's
of
going to have a night, rather an evening, a Sunday to forget. Horrible performance. Horrible.
exactly. I think his asking price just went a little bit down.
Agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, all the
Diallo
transfer,
owned him.
in itself was put off.
I know.
The mooted transfer was put off, but he was guilty. Ahmad Diallo caught him, and he got Bruno Fernandes to assist Joshua Zirkzee for his second goal at Old Trafford, and it was a well finished goal. It was a good finish, and we were 2-0 up. So in that moment, we got very comfortable. And when we came back for the second half, Marcus Rashford scored almost immediately after
Uh,
kickoff.
was it less than 30 seconds? And the goal
Yes,
was
after
already in.
kickoff. And again, guess who was the guy making it happen? Ahmad Diallo again.
But before Ahmad Diallo, guess who flipped that pass? Did you see that pass?
Joshua Zirkzee,
Joshua
of course.
Zirkzee, my God.
I know. The
Fantastic.
9.5 came alive today, and the manager earlier on had mentioned why Joshua Zirkzee is the player that he hoped would give us a difference in this game against Everton. Because when he said it, I didn't really understand what he meant. Because he was talking about the huge players in the Everton backline. That I thought he was talking about the physicality of Joshua Zirkzee, but that's not what he meant. From his post-match interview, what I think he meant was Joshua Zirkzee was going to draw these defenders from the positions that they would have been to tack in Rasmus Højlund, because he comes and plays as a 9.5, as a half nine, false nine. So he's very far from
And it
them,
looks like
and
it suits him.
exactly, and these are positions that they don't want to be in. And I
Mm.
like Marcus Rashford for having noticed the work that Joshua Zirkzee was doing. So whenever Joshua Zirkzee got in a false nine position, Marcus Rashford just ran in behind the defenders to create a focal point for us, which was a good thing to see. But going forward, I would rather that we find players in midfield who can
Indeed, we need legs.
who
I don't know
can
whether
run.
Ugarte was, didn't start because of the game that we have on Wednesday. That is Arsenal. And Leicester United is playing.
The
We are going to
rotation has to
Emirates.
take effect,
And the
because
rotation,
in
yeah,
this in
he
December we're
trusts
going
the
to play a
rotation.
lot of, yeah, but we're going to play a lot of games in December, and
9 games.
if you yes, and if you don't rotate your side, the players are going to burn out. This is a very demanding formation, so I don't think that if we had a better
But it
player
was
than
only three
Anthony
changes. It was only three changes uh,
from the
against
Ipswich game,
from the
but
Ipswich game.
Bodo,
Yeah.
yeah, but Bodo Glimt there were six. So the guys who
Uh,
played in the Europa game, six of them didn't start this game. You know, it is the keeper, the centre backs, and Bruno Fernandes who always get into the first team.
Yeah, that is true.
But you see,
Well,
if we had a player better than Anthony, I think for the Arsenal game he would be playing ahead of Amad Diallo, because by
players
the
like
time,
Anthony are going to struggle, man,
yeah,
to get
but
back into the team.
by the time the game ended, Amad Diallo didn't have the legs to play anymore.
Yeah, he was really. The manager
Yeah.
also talked about it. Said he could
So I
see he
mean,
was tired.
Yeah, now imagine throwing him again against Arsenal on Wednesday. Then he plays the game over the weekend. It's just too much. He can give you 100%, but best believe he will burn out.
Well, Josh, I'm looking at United. United had 60% of the possession, and Everton 40%, 89 pass accuracy, Everton 87. Total passes, United 619, Everton 408. Accurate passes, United 555, Everton 356. And of course, the big chances, we had three as compared to Everton's one chance. They missed one, we didn't miss any. And it looks like the last 5 games against Everton have all been bagged. I mean, it's all been wins through.
Are lucky that we even didn't play very well for spells in this game, but we managed to win the game much comfortably.
The first half, after 8-10 minutes, we really struggled. They
Yeah,
pressed
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
good. They kept on
We
attacking.
were so poor off the ball,
We're very,
very
very poor
average.
off the ball. We needed actually we got in the midfield, Josh, because we lacked legs. And
Yeah,
a minor on the ball is nice, but when we lose position, also it's not something. It's not
he's
like Mount.
rusty. He's
Yeah, he's
rusty, and
rusty.
you could see things that Kobe
And
Mainu is
Casemiro lacks mobility, man.
yeah,
He's
but you
aging.
could
He's aging.
yeah, but you could see things that Kobe Mainu was learning about
Mm,
the system that he's playing in, like where to be at what point of the game
well,
when the ball is up front. Does he press? When a player leaves the position in midfield and extends to the defenders to collect the ball. Does Mainu go with him? Because when he looks at the back, there's a huge space behind him, but it doesn't matter. The manager
mm,
is asking you to go and press. Just go
well.
and press so the back four can come closer and press too. Then
Yeah,
I like
Everton.
Joshua Zirkzee's second goal too. I
Yeah,
like the
Josh, let's
finish.
talk about Joshua Zirkzee real quick. Joshua Zirkzee and Rashford, all of them, Josh. I know you already talked about it, but does this mean the boys are back? Because I mean,
Yeah, 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 yeah. They were
each one
always
of
going
them, each one of them banged a brace. I was very happy to see
beautiful.
Joshua Zirkzee celebrating again. This time, Rashford had
Yeah.
passion when he was celebrating, unlike the other times where he would just, look down, don't really jump. But you
Ah,
could see
come
how happy he
on.
was this
Come
time.
on, you guys. I mean, I think you can even talk
Don't
about
don't. You're
Rashford's
going to say again the
hairstyle.
media thing. No,
No, no, no, no. I think you can even scrutinize Rashford's hairstyle. At this point, you know the length of his hair. Because
yeah,
really, as in
yeah.
when a footballer
But
scores a
overall,
goal, even in training, they do celebrate.
Everton looked more dangerous until we got the breakthrough. Um, what I've learned, Josh, from this game is Joshua Zex's game. Excuse me, Zach's best game with runners around him and proper profiling. And I would say kudos to Amorim because he talked about the same thing. He also mentioned him being a false nine as one of his best position. He likes that mobility there. And yeah, Rashford is back. Okay, not entirely back, but it's good to have him on the score sheet. He's been taking a lot of stick.
Yo, he scored 3 in 2 for Amorim.
Hmm.
Oh,
Bruno
3 in 3.
shines. Bruno shines, 2 assists. Ahmad Diallo, excellent 2 assists. Martinez's passing is we are getting back our old Martinez, the passing.
Yeah, I
And Dallo
love the
has been off,
vertical
Josh. You
passing.
remember that pass that Dallo wasted from Martinez? Dallo
No,
has
no,
been a bit
yeah, yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but for me, I told you before, I don't have a problem with Dallo. I know that he's adjusting to what he has been instructed to do. You can see it on the pitch. I mean, he's supposed to, like I told you, Amorim plays an attacker, a forward, as the right wing back. Then he plays a left-footed
I
player
don't think
as
he's
the left wing back.
I just don't
So
think Dallo is a left wing back, Josh. I
no,
don't see him as a
he
left wing
can't.
back, honestly. The final ball is lacking. So I don't see him. I don't see him. He's one of the players, by the way, that I think are going to really struggle. He can make it. You remember he
No,
was poor. He was loaned to Italy, came back and picked
no.
up, got back the position. I mean, the starting position. So
You see, what I'm trying to tell you is a player like Dallo, playing as a left wing back, he has a lot of information going through his head, and you can see it on the pitch. Amorim wants him to stay in that position as a left wing back and do more defensive work than go up front to even cross the ball, because he tasks that role with Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo is the one who is supposed to be making things happen when he goes forward. It does not mean that the left wing back does not go forward, but he predominantly must do a better job defending the ball than going up front. But you can see that he's caught in two minds. He always thinks about what to do, where to be in certain situations, and that has affected his game. And yes, I know he is ambidextrous. He can play with both feet very well, but the fact that he can use his right, it kind of gives him away at certain points, and he uses it. So all in all, United needs a left-footed player playing in
We
left
need to
wing.
work more. We also need to work more when it comes to transitioning back to defending. Josh, we're still lacking. I hope
Yeah,
the
because
answers
the
will come from
midfield
the
is switching.
transfers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
No,
hope the answers will come
no,
from the
no, no, no,
transfers,
no. I
Josh,
hope we don't.
because
I
I
hope we
don't see
don't sign
Casemiro.
players.
The
I don't
Casemiro
want us.
and Kobe Mino partnership doesn't work so well, Josh. We
I
needed
don't.
Ugarte in the midfield. And
No,
if Ugarte is not
but
around,
you
you're
know
not
the
going to have
reason.
Casemiro play for you. And
But you
well,
know the reason.
I'm stating, how do you solve that, Josh?
Not by buying players in the transfer window. Just ride the tide for this period until the summer.
Casemiro is aging, Josh. He's not going to give you that.
Yeah, but you're not going to go and buy a marquee player in
No, I didn't say a market player.
January.
I just said transfers.
At this point, United must bring a marquee player for any position that we sign players, because we already have good enough
Well,
players in the team. So
well,
we
once
don't
again,
we don't want Jadon Sancho's.
thank you so much. Oh my God, I don't know who even I don't know who you're talking about. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sports Jazz. Guys, please keep subscribing, turn on the notifications. That was our reaction. That was our review. Glory, glory, Man United. And yes, that is what we call the Ruben Amorim effect. Cheers, everyone. Take care. Signing out. Subscribe. Josh and Isaac.